I cannot tell you how much I freaking gasped when I swatched this palette. It is so freaking beautiful. And oh my god, I'm so excited to show you guys the swatches and show you how I created this look and create another look with you. You are not ready for this. I truly wasn't either, but it is so freaking glorious. And if you want to hear more about it, maybe get some inspiration for some looks, then just keep watching. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather. I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. And don't forget to click the little bell so you can be notified of all my future uploads. But with that being said, this palette, oh, like I said in the intro, I loved the Nudetrals palette. Like, it's freaking great. I actually filmed with this one first, but I might upload this video first because this palette is so freaking incredible. When I saw the palettes, I love them both, but I honestly thought the Nudetrals would be my favorite, but this is so freaking beautiful. I cannot begin to tell you how well, like, this color story goes together. Plus, like, the shades, the shimmers, they're freaking glorious. But this palette is still available, and you could buy it, both of them in a bundle. I think it was around $73, which is not bad at all. This formula is incredible. I own every Cosmic Brushes palette except for one, so I own 7, and I love their formula so much. I truly could not recommend it more. But if you want to buy just one palette, they do retail for $37. Now, I don't have a code with Cosmic Brushes / Cosmic Beauty. I don't really know what name they're going by because it's different on the site than it is on Instagram. But I use code Angeshka, but I think Betty Jean also has a code, and she's a smaller creator, so I'm going to pop her code up on the screen, and you could save 10% off your order. The code is affiliated with her, and she will make a small kickback, but it's at no extra cost to you or anything. But if you don't watch her, I highly recommend checking her out. She is one of the most inspiring people that I watch on YouTube. I love her videos so much. But with all that being said, I hope you guys love the swatches. But now let's get you zoomed in, and we are going to create another look. I'm ready to get into look number 1. I haven't actually filmed the intro yet, but I just have to say this color story is so freaking incredible. I'm so excited about this palette. I gasped so many times while swatching this. This color story is just freaking brilliant, and I have a look planned out, and I'm really excited to get started. This is going to be one of my favorite looks I think I've ever created. And maybe I shouldn't say that yet because it's not actually done, but I have very, very high hopes for this eye look. So to start the look out, I'm going in with like a medium-sized blending brush, and I want to go into this mustard shade called Icon. The yellows in here, oh my god, they're so freaking beautiful. And it seems like there are a few different formulas in here as well. Like the texture is different, but they're all like really smooth formulas. Even the multichromes and the duochromes and stuff, they're just so beautiful. But I just wanted to place some of this down here in my inner corner. And then I'm just going to slightly blend out the edges. I'll do more blending later after I get everything placed down. But I am just so excited about this look. And this palette goes so well with the blush that I'm wearing. These Maybelline Sun blushes, it goes so well with them. They're like a match made in heaven. I'm just so freaking excited. So I'm going to leave that there for now. And then what do I want to do first? Let me think. I think I'm going to start with the lightest shade. So I want to go into the shade here called Rumor, and I'm just using my large blending brush from Singe Beauty. And if you guys didn't know, the Singe Beauty brushes are available in the UK now. They're on that website. I'll have to pop it up here on the screen. I can't remember the name of it. It's like Monoloth or something like that. Please don't laugh at me. I just can't remember. But I know some of you said that you weren't able to get them because they weren't available to you, but they are now. But you see that shade is just, it's really light. It's kind of like my skin tone. I'm going to try to deepen it up with this Glam Light brush. It deepens up a little. So it does layer, which I expected nothing less from this formula. So I just went in and I added a little bit of Lush to the outer corner with my large shader brush. You guys probably already know I use these all the time, but I'm just packing that into the crease out here. And I'm going to slightly bring it in. But I'm more than anything, I want to like very easily blend it into the yellow. I don't want it to be like too much all across. I try to take my shadows like up over where I have the hood of my lids. That way it appears that I have more lid space than I actually have. But now I'm going to switch on over to my large blending brush. And I didn't put anything on it, just what was already on it. And I'm going to blend this out. And then use the brush to blend it into this yellow. I'll probably have to like go back through and reapply, but so far I'm just working on the blend. I picked up a little more of that shade though just now. Where this shade is like really deep, it does make it easier for me to, if I go in with like small amounts a little at a time and just build up to the level I want, all while blending it out, and then you just get that seamless blend. I guess my rule of thumb is you can always add to, but you can't take away. It's so pretty. This will go so good with Punch or in the waterline from ColourPop or that Cosmic Yellow NYX Epic Wear Liner you guys introduced me to. I think those will be beautiful with this look, but the shimmers are really where it's at, and I'm all about this color combo as well. I'm really excited for it actually. So now I want to go back in with some more of that yellow, and I'm just using that same brush I did to begin with, and I just want to like fluff this into the crease, bring it down, and kind of slightly add some of that yellow pigment to the top of this purple shade. I love it. Ooh. Now I'm going to switch to my Unearthly number 5 brush and use this in the shade Lust. Using a smaller, like more densely packed brush will allow me to be more precise. And it also will lay down the pigment at its deepest. So I can really concentrate it in where I'm creating that like fake crease, basically. Now in the inner corner, I want to add, I'm going to use my, one of my Singe Beauty brushes. I can't remember which one it is. The number's gone. But I want to go into the shade Chic or Chic, maybe. I don't know. But I just want to press this here in the inner corner, add some of that brightness back in. This is like a slightly yellow tinged, very light shade, almost white. It's so freaking beautiful. I don't think I have anything like it in my collection. There's a few shades in this palette that are very rare in my collection anyways. Okay, so now I want to do some stuff to the lower lash line. And to start that out, I'm going in with a small shader brush. And I'm going to start out with this deeper color, Lust. And I'm going to just work this down here. My eyes are watering a little because I actually just filmed the second look with that Cool Trolls palette. And usually I cannot do a second look, but my eyes weren't watering that bad. So really wanted to play with this palette. It's so freaking beautiful. Like when I woke up this morning, this palette was the first thing I thought of, which should tell you a lot. So then I want to use my Singe Beauty brush, and I'm going to pick up that same yellow shade, and I want to just press that here and kind of make it fade into that purple. I really want those two to blend. Which that worked perfectly, but I need a fluffier brush now. What do I want to use? Yes, I'm going to go in with my Singe Beauty E05, pick up that same yellow, and now I'm going to just drag it all the way across this lower lash line. This looks like the sexiest bruise I ever had. I love this. Oh my god, I love this so much. Such a great combo. Then I want to deepen this up now. So I'm going to go in with my Singe Beauty E07, pick up more of that shade Lust, and then just run this along the lower lash line as close as I can get to the lashes. And then when I use that yellow liner, it's going to add that pop, and it's going to be so freaking beautiful. Like the contrasting colors. I'm in love. Oh, I'm in love. Oh, it's freaking stunning. I just squeezed out all of my NYX glitter glue because I was looking at myself through the viewfinder and got really excited. And I'm like almost out of glitter glue. So now I'm trying to suck it all back up in the tube. Now I'm just using a flat packing brush to apply my NYX glitter glue. Now it's time for the shimmers. There's one shimmer that I'm not going to use in this look, and it's so freaking gorgeous, but I want to show it to you anyways, nonetheless. And it's so fiery. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. But for now, I want to go in with the shade Tender, and I'm going to put this like on the outer half, closest to all those deep mattes. And yes, that added some more drama, which some might think I do not need, but I love the drama. Not in life, only in makeup. The shimmers in this shade are so freaking beautiful. So now I have to go in with the shade Glitz. It's like the most beautiful antique gold shade I think I've ever seen. It's like mustardy, so freaking beautiful. And I'm going to put this here in the front portion. I might bring that deeper shade in a little more though. Yes, and I like to bring them in at an angle kind of. Oh no, I remember what I was going to do. I'm not going to bring it in more. I'm just going to place this gold here. It's freaking stunning. And then, God, that's freaking brilliant. Oh, I love it. But then I want to go into this shade here called Velvet. It's purple, but it has a really pretty like kind of gold shift to it. And I'm going to tap this in the center of these two to kind of like merge them, which I think is a brilliant idea if I do say so myself. Oh, man. And there's that part, which I think it's wonderful personally. But now we have to go into the shade Radiant. And words could never be more freaking true. Do you see that? It is just so, oh my God, it's so incredible. It makes me so happy. I can't ever truly describe. Actually, yesterday I filmed what I'm going to take with me on vacation, which you guys haven't seen that video yet. But I picked out my palettes that I'm going to take, and I'm going to have to redo all of that because there's no way that I am not taking this palette. So beautiful. It's going to be like what I took with me on vacation, and then when I get back, I'm going to tell you guys like what I actually used, and I'm just going to make it all one video. I thought it would be cool. I could scream. I love it so much. Oh my God. And I know it sounds dramatic. Trust me. I'll probably cringe when I'm editing this back, but I really just think it is the most beautiful thing ever. But now I'm going back in with some of that light shade, and I'm going to try to add a little more brightness to this inner corner. And I think that iridescent shade I just placed in the inner corner, that shade will transform on anything you probably put it on. Now I'm going to go back in with that Singe Beauty E07, this little flat brush, and I want to go into the shade here called Timeless, but I only want a little bit of it to add a little more depth to this lower lash line. That way, when I go to add that liner, it's really going to pop, which I love that. I love that so much. I like never wear black liner anymore, and I used to always wear it. But I love the colorful liners. They have my heart. And while I have you guys on here, let's go ahead and do, man, punch would be better, but I think mine is running out. I'm just going to use the NYX one because it's a lighter yellow, and I think that actually might be even better. You see what I mean, though? It's so beautiful. This is an eye. I'm going to go do the other one off camera, and I will be back to show you guys a finished look. And then we're going to move on to look number 2. I am back with the finished look, and it's everything that I hoped it would be. I think it's so freaking beautiful. We're not going to look too closely at this side because it looks a little wonky, like it might have like the mange or something, because I've been sitting here for 2 hours since I did the other eye with you guys, trying to get my eye to stop watering, and finally I just said the hell with it and just put it on there and hope that it lasts through this part. But as you guys saw, I used Cosmic Yellow from NYX in the waterline, but I love this look so freaking much. I think it's so beautiful. I love the color combination. I'm so excited about this palette. I think this might be my favorite one out of the two, but you will have to wait till the end to see that. But I'm so excited to wake up tomorrow and create another look with you guys. But let me know how you feel about this one down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for look number 2. I am back for look number 2. What do you guys think? It's a very, very drastic change, and I'm still getting used to it. but I kind of like it. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet, to be completely honest. I'm still getting used to it. The bangs are like banging. I only wanted like the center of my bangs to be like this length, and then I kind of wanted it to taper out like curtain bangs, but she didn't get the message apparently. But I mean, it's not bad. Let me know what you think down below. But now let's get into look number 2. One good thing about it is I don't think I'm going to have to pin my hair back anymore, but we will see how this works out. But I think I'm going to let these sides grow out the way that I wanted it to look. I'll pop up a picture somewhere on the screen and show you guys what I was going for. As for the rest of the hair, she really hit the mark. For this look, I put on a yellow primer for my base. I really want to play with the greens in this palette and maybe this shade right here. It's so beautiful. And I might play with the yellow again. I think I will. But let's go ahead and get into it. This palette has been incredible. I actually planned on filming this look yesterday, but my eyes were watering so bad, so I really wasn't able to film until now. But let's start out with the yellow. I'm going to use this larger blending brush, and I want to put this in the inner corner like I did in the last look. I really love that. And I'm just going to slightly blend it out. So when I got this haircut yesterday, first of all, when I made the appointment, I knew, like, it said it was going to be like $70. And when I went to check out, because I also got a detox treatment that takes like all the metals and stuff out of your hair, which does seem really nice. My hair is like super soft, but I thought that the like everything was going to be like $70, and then I went to pay, and she said it was $35, and then I gave the worker I think a $20 tip, and I was getting ready to walk out the door, and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was 50 more." And I was like, and it ended up costing like $115, which is a lot for a freaking haircut and a treatment. But I went outside and was showing my girlfriend my haircut, and she took a picture of the back of it because I also paid to get my hair styled. I went in with this Glam Light brush and into the shade Gentle. It's hard to read upside down. But she curled the top layer of my hair and did not touch the bottom layer. It was like straight as a board. I'm like, I paid all that money for that, but I'd already left, so I was like, whatever. I wanted to come home and do my hair anyways, because she like curled it with a fat she curled my hair with a fat like flat iron, and I did not like the way it looked at all. And I came home and I got to do it today, and I think it looks a lot better than it did yesterday for sure. And my bangs were like, you know, the 80s bang with that big hump. I was like, oh no, can't have that. Now I'm just using a large brush, and I'm going to go into the shade here called Tease and try to just deepen this up. So today I picked up the new palette from Gourmand Girls, and I also picked up one of the highlights blushes and the new palette from Odin's Eye, and I'm so excited to play with that. And I also picked up the new Glam Light collection, which looks so freaking fun. I'm so excited about that. I think they did a good job. The only thing I would change about that palette is I wish they would have included a matte yellow. I think that would have been really cool, but that's just a personal preference. Now I'm going in with my large shader brush, and I'm going to pick up some more of the shade Gentle and just press it in the crease to deepen this up. It's going to be like kind of an army situation. Maybe I do need to put my hair up because my bangs are kind of like giving a shadow. And then I'm going to use that large blending brush. I cleaned it off, and I want to go into the shade Chic and just blend on the edges of this. And then going back in with that first brush, I'm picking up more of that yellow shade, and I want to make sure it really blends out into this green. I really love that mustard color. I think it's gorgeous. Now I want to do the same thing with the lower lash line. So I'm going to start out with this Moto brush and go into the shade Tease. And I just want to press this along the lower lash line. About halfway across. I'll fade it into like the front part, but I'm going to do the yellow on the inner part of it. Now I want to go in with Gentle again. And just go over that shade. I just love this palette. I filmed a video, which you guys probably haven't seen yet, of me picking out makeup for my vacation. And I picked out my palettes and stuff already, but I'm probably going to change it. I have to pack everything today, but I'm probably going to change it and add this palette in because I love it so freaking much. But now I want to go into Icon, which is that yellow, and I'm going to press that right here and just sweep it in. And you know what? I'm going to use this brush and pick up more of that. And I want to take it all the way across. I just love this color combo. Now I want to use my Unearthly Cosmetics number 5 brush, and I want to go into this brown shade called Delicate. And I'm going to put some of this on the outer corner and the lower lash line. I didn't realize how much I've missed like these tones. They're beautiful. That grungy color story, like kind of similar to that Moonshroom palette. But to be honest, I really love that Moonshroom palette a lot, but this one is my favorite out of the two. I would definitely pick this one. Now I'm using that brush, and I just want to blend this brown. I didn't add any extra product. And now I'm going to go in with my Singe Beauty E07, and I'm going to pick up some more of that shade. And I just want to press this up along the lower lash line to just smoke out this outer corner. But now let's work on the shimmers. I'm going in with my NYX glitter glue. I'm going to have to pick some more of this up tomorrow. And I am going to use, where are you? My packing brush from He.MakeupEnthusiast Cosmetics. And I love this one because it's like the perfect size. This is the one I always use, even though I have a handful of those brushes. It's just the perfect freaking size and the perfect roundness. And I found this brush set at TJ Maxx. It's from the Say It collection. I'm pretty sure it's still sold on the site as well. Now I want to go in with a little bit of this shade here called Desire. Can you guys see the flip in that? It's freaking stunning. It's like gold, red, green. It's freaking gorgeous. But I want to put this right here on the outer corner. I didn't plan on using this shade, but I realized I hadn't used it yet, and it's one of my favorites in the palette. It's so beautiful. It looks red on the lid, like reddish orange. I'll have to like blend that outer corner in. I might have to add a little bit of a deeper shade to make it really like mesh, but that's gorgeous. And I also want to bring it in just a little more. Then one of my other favorite shades in the palette, the shimmers in this one are so freaking good, but this green shade right here, it's like green, gold, red. It's freaking gorgeous. But I'm going to use my finger. It's just always so much easier. Yes, that is her. Alicia Keys is popping in my head right now. It makes me feel like a different person. Does anyone else feel like that? Like I'm the more like fierce, confident version of myself than without. I mean, I wish I felt that way all the time, but if I'm being honest with you, I really don't. So makeup just makes me feel powerful. I love it. It just makes me so freaking happy. Now we need to make sure this outer corner blends. I'm going to try to use the same shade and not go in with that black because I know I do such dramatic looks. I mean, some may call this dramatic too, but it's softer for me, especially if you've been here and you know, like my makeup style, you know how I am. I'm going to pick up a little bit of this shade, Lust, and see if it will work without going into that black. Because it's got that like purple hue to it. So it might blend better into that red. I think I got it to work out. And I also think this is really, really pretty. Do you notice like how much bluer my eyes got after I added these colors to my lid? I love it so much. But I'm going to go finish the other eye and figure out a liner situation. I also got these new lashes. They are so freaking beautiful. They are the Speedy Lashes from the Ardell Active Lash series, but I'm excited to try these. They're so beautiful and wispy, and I got them at TJ Maxx. But I will be right back to show you guys the finished look and then give you my final thoughts on this palette. I also am going to add a inner corner highlight, and I'm going to do it from the Blend Bunny palette. But if I remember, I'll wait till I show you guys the finished look first. I am back with the almost finished look. I wanted to do the inner corner highlight with you guys, but I wanted to show you an inner corner highlight with the palette alone. And I just used this shade in the inner corner. It is called Chic. I used it earlier, I'm pretty sure. But you can see it added a little bit of brightness, but I like a little more pizzazz for my inner corner. So like I mentioned, I'm going to go in with my Blend Bunny Noctilucent palette, and I want to use this gold shade and lighten. It's so beautiful. And as for the lashes, I freaking love them. I think they turned out so well. The band is like really flexible, but they're like the perfect amount of thickness and length. I think they're freaking gorgeous. But here is the finished look with the more gold highlighter. So in my waterline, I used the NYX Epic Wear liner in the shade Cosmic Yellow. I'm almost positive I used that in the last one as well. And I went ahead and applied my Unearthly Gloss in the shade Pollen. I think it's so freaking beautiful. But this is it. I love this look so much. I think it's very, very beautiful. And it makes my eyes look really, really blue. In person, you can kind of like see the gold around my eyes. But as for this palette, I think it's fantastic. I'm pretty sure this is my new favorite from Cosmic Beauty. It's so freaking gorgeous. And let me just say, there have been so many amazing releases this year, and it's so hard to pick. Like, I'm gonna have such a hard time at the end of the year trying to choose like what my top 10 palettes are. Ranking the palettes from this year is going to be so difficult, but I think she did such a spectacular job. This color story is everything. I like the different formulas within this palette. The shimmers are so smooth, but the matte formula is truly one of the best that I have worked with. And the fact that her palettes are much more affordable, they're like half the price of a typical indie brand palette. I just think you're really getting a deal with these. I feel like there are so many different variations of looks in this palette, along with the Culturals one as well. They're both truly stunning, but if I had to pick a favorite, I think it would be this one, to be honest. But I mean, if you're trying to decide whether or not you want to pick these up, I mean, you'll know which color story is your favorite. But let me just say, the pictures and the videos of these palettes do not do them justice. You truly can't even imagine how beautiful the special shades are in these. It's just so freaking captivating and stunning. But you guys are going to have to let me know which one of these looks were your favorite. I can't choose. And to be honest, I couldn't choose with the Culturals palette either. But thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And let me know if you've already picked up these palettes. But until next time, bye.